Go, Kylie, go.
Go, Kylie.
Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Kylie, Hercules,
Wow, look at her go.
Hercules.
I have taken dogs to the park. I don't have a dog, so I've borrowed them. Elderly people to the park. Apparently that's a thing. Nothing happened.
And then he said, it was late. And he said, go to bed. I'm sorry, excuse me? I don't take orders.
Reason number 7, I should have loved her mixtape. This is my fault because I should have taken that mixtape, sent it to Beyonce, and made her put it in her next music video.
Hi guys, welcome to Walk Talk Vent. If you don't mind, hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up if you will. Today we're going to be checking out people that are going to tell us exactly why they believe they're single. We've all been there. When we're single, we want to be in a relationship. And when you're in a relationship, you definitely wish you were single. I hope you enjoy.
God, what's going on with my hair? Opened a new dating profile last night.
Okay.
And the very first conversation I had went south. He proceeded to say, I saw you and Noda. I was there with a friend celebrating her birthday back in October, so that's when he saw me. And he said, yeah, you were holding up the wall. Well, there was only one place that I could recall, because we were bar hopping, that I'd been to, that I was sitting because it was late and my feet were tired, and I was just waiting on her to be done with her partying, and we were going home. So he didn't approach me. But then he proceeded to tell me that at one point I rubbed up against him and he was tempted to grab my ass. To which I replied, that would have lost you a hand. And he said, yeah, that's cool. And then he said, it was late, and he said, go to bed. I'm sorry, excuse me? I don't take orders. He wasn't saying it in a joking manner, and why would you say that 2 minutes into a conversation with somebody? It was weird. So I replied and said, I don't think we're going to be a good fit. First thing you say is, you were tempted to grab my ass without consent. And then the second thing you started doing is giving orders, and that doesn't fly with me. I don't play that bullshit.
So dating kind of does suck, right? That was kind of a funny story though. That got me chuckling.
On today's episode of Dating Island 2 Women, I had a friend named King who came to me and said, Seb, you're the only common denominator in all your terrible dating stories. Maybe it's not them, it's you. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I present to you reasons why I'm single, because it must be me. So the first thing I messed up was I showed up on time. This is my fault because our date was set for 5:30 and I should have known that she was going to cancel on me. This is also my fault because I waited 15 to 20 minutes before contacting her to see where she was, and I should have been spontaneous in that moment and not contacted her at all.
Okay, so that means she was ghosted, right? To me, that seems so crazy that people will ghost you. It's like at least call somebody and let them know that you're not going to show up. Doesn't that sound disappointing? Could you imagine driving 20 or 30 minutes away to meet someplace and then you're there, you ask them to hold a table for you, you're assuming that your date is going to come, and then nothing. Holy moly.
I should have been so spontaneous that I didn't show up either, and I wouldn't have got stuck in 5 o'clock traffic. I'm sorry, that's my fault. Reason number 2, reason number 3, I didn't want to be friends. This is my fault because anytime a girl says she wants to be friends, I should just accept that and not actually look for a romantic relationship at all. So even though we have been dating for about 3 months and I'm ready to take things to the next step, when she suggested that we should be friends because we're not going to be in a relationship, I should have accepted that.
Whoa, so you're telling me the friend zone happens to women as well? That is crazy. And here's the thing that seems a little weird. You figure with women, and again, I'm not a lesbian, obviously, and she is, but you figure that they would still be okay with being friends because they're both girls. But at the same time, like I said, I guess that makes sense. I don't want to be your friend. You don't like me that way. I don't like you. Get out of here.
That's my bad. Number 4, I fell asleep on a late night call. This is my fault because I should keep energy drinks beside my bed at all times for whenever she called me because I have to stay up and whatever she wants, she gets.
So I agree with her there. That's ridiculous. You should let somebody fall asleep. But aren't there some of us that would say, hey, if you really, really liked them, you probably wouldn't have fallen asleep? But then again, if you have to wake up early and somebody's got you on the phone at 1 or 2 in the morning, I could see you definitely falling asleep.
Or maybe this is my fault because I sleep altogether. So maybe I should cut out all my sleeping and never sleep again, just stay woke 24/7. Maybe that'll help me. Reason number 5, I believe her when she said she wasn't looking for anything serious. This is my fault because when you said that, I should have automatically known that you were lying to me. This is my fault because I don't have telepathy. Had I been able to read your mind, I would have known that you were just going to get back with your ex 2 days after spending the weekend with me. That's my fault. I really messed that up for myself. Reason number 6 is I didn't let her call me shorty. And this is my fault because I should have went to the government and told them that I wanted to change my name to that because I no longer wanted to be addressed by the name that my mother gave me. So Brittany, that's not the right name. I want to be called shorty. Reason number 7, I should have loved her mixtape. This is my fault because I should have taken that mixtape, sent it to Beyonce, and made her put it in her next music video. I also should have forced my way into every radio station and got them to put it in the 5 o'clock mix so that she can be the most well-known artist there is today. I wasn't at any of her concerts, so that's my fault. I owe you.
So apparently her stud wants to be an R&B or a rap star of some sort, right? A hip hop legend. Those were great reasons. I was not expecting half of those, and we'll definitely edit some of those out that are a little too crazy. This one says the reason behind why I am now single.
So, I don't know if today is day 3 or day 4 of me finding out that my husband was not faithful. Actually, more than that, lied.
Okay, so this one's a real one. She seems legitimately disturbed and hurt. She just found out that her husband wasn't faithful. Right now on the screen, it says it actually got to a point where even he was afraid of me passing out in the street because apparently she hasn't been eating nor sleeping well, and she looks very, very sad. If you've ever had somebody cheat on you, you know exactly what she's feeling right now. It's awful.
So I'm out with a friend who was in like a boss's clients, yeah, who became a friend. So here's day 3 or 4. Matt bought me this thing.
And I hope you guys are reading the screen if you're walking, because wow, this is like the perfect insider information on what someone's going through, literally when they've just found out that their husband or wife has cheated on them.
But it sucks because like I especially want to be like happy about getting this. Like I don't care. And like when you put value on something that you've always wanted to get, and when it does nothing, it kind of fucks you up a little bit. But it's always about like staying positive and
God, if you guys are reading the screen, it sounds to me like she's actually found out that he's been doing this for years. So it's literally like finding out that your partner was never really your full-blown partner. This is awful. This is why when you do things once or twice, a lot of times people think, "Oh, that was easy. I'll get over feeling guilty." And then they end up making it an all the time thing. And look at the life that you ruined by doing this. As horrible as it is, I think he should have just left her completely because, my God, she looks smashed. We'll skip the end of that one.
Y'all know that trend that's going around right now when people are like, oh, I'm focusing on myself, and they show how they partner DM them and how they together now, whatever. This is why I'm single. Because half those, not even half, 90% of those DMs didn't work on me. I seen one where it was like a guy, she was holding a baby, right? And he slid up on her and said, oh, is that our baby? Let's get started on ours or something like that. That would have never worked on me. That would have actually terrified me. What are you talking about? So this is why I'm single. This is why I'm single.
So that one's one that's probably best to avoid. But ladies, let's leave this up to you. If you had a baby and then some guy in the office started letting you know, like, hey, when are we going to make a baby? that's definitely a turnoff, right? That sounds psycho. So good for her. It sounds to me like she got away from a bad guy there.
So, a bit of a story time for you. Reason what, 2003, 4, maybe why I'm single. I've tried everything. I've gone on dating sites. I've dropped eggs in Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Aldi. Nobody's come to my rescue because apparently that's a thing. Just the staff really annoyed and I felt terrible. I have taken dogs to the park. I don't have a dog, so I've borrowed them. Elderly people to the park. Apparently that's a thing. Nothing happened. One friend was like, oh, I met my husband at a petrol station. I go to the same bloody petrol station every frigging week. Has anyone asked me how much are you feeling? Small talk? Nothing. I get nothing. I just go in and pay for my fuel. So everyone's like, Sophia, you'll meet somebody when you least expect it. Dead spontaneous. You won't even know it's coming. So I was in Zara the other week and I was locking eyes with this guy. And he was like really handsome, way out of my league, but I thought I'll give it a go. And I was trying to get the courage to speak to him and I didn't. And I started walking out and he stopped me as I was walking out and I thought, oh my gosh, like in panic mode, full blown. And he was like, hi, sorry, you probably saw me looking over. It's your eyes, they're stunning. And I was like, like acting like a little giggly girl, being pathetic. And I was like, yeah, I did notice you. Acting really like low-key, but not, secretly dying inside. And he was like, do you fancy going for a coffee? And I was like, do you know what? I think this is my moment. So I was like, yeah, why not? I'm not doing anything. So we went for coffee. And within like a few minutes, I knew this guy's not for me. He might look good, but he's not what I'm after. I'm sure he's lovely for somebody else.
Oh, wow, she didn't give that a try. You know what though? We can be proud of her because she did go for her one moment in time and it just didn't feel like a good fit for her. But here's one thing that she kind of throws off at me, her aura, if you will. She kind of comes across as a married woman. If you saw her, and her eyes are stunning, she should blink a little bit more, but other than the blinking, she really does look like somebody that's probably married with 2 or 3 kids. And I mean that in a positive way. She looks like somebody that would be married. Tell me if you think I'm crazy or if you agree.
Reason I'm single, because why you planning more dates with your homeboys than you doing with the person you're interested in? Like, that don't even make no sense. And then when I say something about that, now I'm complaining. Now I'm doing too much. Now I need to understand you busy. Like, I'm busy too. The number one sign that a man is not into you is if he's not planning anything for you. And we could be delusional all we want. A busy man gonna still make time for a woman he's interested in. So the fact that you ain't make no time, but you making time to be with your homeboys, baby, go be with them. Another reason I'm single.
So she has a tone, right? Like seriously, even if she was your best girlfriend, right? You know as well as I do, she's got a little bit of an attitude. That attitude is going to make it where your guy would rather hang out with his bros. But if you lose that attitude, he probably would do that less. Even if you have a perfect relationship, your man is still going to want to hang out with his buddies and watch a game every now and then alone. Otherwise, what are you going to do? Smother him so he can't have friends? There has to be a happy medium ground. But I honestly feel she came across as like a little too aggressive. That would be a turn off, wouldn't it?
So I just wanted to elaborate on why I'm single, because I see like a lot, like the top responses, you're choosing to be single. And I just want to confirm, I am absolutely choosing to be single because I absolutely refuse to settle. I have so much to offer and I've worked so hard on myself to be where I am today that I can't settle just because I want to be in a relationship. Just because you want to be in a relationship with somebody does not mean go rush and be with somebody because you're lonely. Like, it would never work. It would.
Okay, so let's say she's right. She has the ability to say, hey, I don't want to settle. I want to make sure that somebody reaches a certain standard for me. But let me ask you this. Let's say your son wanted to date her and you see the baby in the back, assuming that baby is hers, because I guess in theory it might not be, right? But wouldn't you be telling your son, don't settle. Find someone that doesn't have a child and make children of your own. Otherwise, she's always going to pick the child over you, and there's always going to be a baby daddy that you have to worry about in some way, shape, or form. So even though she's talking about settling, can't we all agree that if it was our son, we wouldn't necessarily want him settling for her, even though she's very, very pretty?
It would never work. A dude had asked me what did I have to offer in the comments in my last video, and I just want to tell y'all this. Like, I was in the Army for 8.5 years, all right? I am medically retired, and I am currently getting my master's paid for in RN, and then after that, I'm going back to school to get my doctorate. I'm here to play no games. I own my house, I own my car, I come fully equipped. You know, I was married for 7.5 years, and I've been divorced for 3, and during that time I have been in therapy and just working on my mental health, you know, because that's very important. So where I am right now, I come with peace and I come equipped. I pay my own bills. I can't see myself settling for somebody who does not have anything to bring to the table.
God, she's a tough case. If she has all that money because she earned it, that's one thing. But I wonder if she got that in the divorce, right? Is it really the same if you ended up taking away half the money in a divorce, assuming that she played the role of a mom? It sounds to me like she's a lifelong student. I don't think I would want my son dating this one. If you would be okay with your son dating her, let me know down below.
Go, Kylie, go.
Go, Kylie.
Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Kylie, Hercules,
Wow, look at her go.
Hercules. Kylie. Thank God she made it. I thought she was going to fall in the trash can. This one says, I'm a strong, independent woman. Me when it's time to do strong, independent woman things. I live in Arizona where it snows, so I would probably shed a tear if I went outside and had to shovel that every day as well. That does not look fun at all.
Why am I single? Shit, don't nobody want me, as you can tell. Ain't nobody hitting my line. But I'm trying to work on myself, though, to be honest, and get to where I want to be at before I hop in another relationship. Because my last one, I didn't give her what she needed, so yeah.
I really love his answer there. The truth is, if you're single, it gives you a chance to work on yourself. And whether you're a guy or a girl, it never hurts to start with the man or woman in the mirror. I hope you guys come again tomorrow and we can watch more videos together. I'll see you then.